Hello, Cardinals. It's Mr. Mon here. We're going to be talking about Investigation 8.1, Investigating the Storm Surge. And our focus question today is, how do storm surges impact land? We have a lot of vocabulary of the day today, so you're going to want to get all of those copied down in your notebook. Before we start, we want to review a few things, especially where hurricanes form. The orange areas that you see in front of you are the areas in which tropical storms form. All right, you need hot, moist air along with very, very warm oceans, and that creates cyclones, typhoons, and hurricanes. Want to review where we find hurricanes on the globe. I just showed you that little slide right there. So just reviewing where we find hurricanes on the globe. And then Investigation 8.1 today. We're going to be modeling and investigating the factors that affect the height of storm surges, and we're going to explore the behavior and effects of hurricanes. We're going to read student sheet 8.1, Modeling Storm Surge. You're going to read the background in class here. The background says, the most dangerous part of a hurricane is the storm surge that forms on the water of the oceans or other bodies of water, such as a nearby lake. Low pressure at the center of the hurricane draws water up into the hill that is higher than sea level, and hurricane winds push the hill of water forward, causing it to grow even taller. In other words, the size of a storm surge is determined mainly by the wind speed, but also by the air pressure in the eye of the hurricane. The surge moves quickly across the ocean and may cause flooding when it contacts shorelines. Flooding produces higher casualties than any other aspects of the hurricane. The extent of flooding is not only dependent on the shape of the storm, but also the shape of the shoreline. And that shoreline is what we're going to be looking at today. So, excuse me, as we're working through Investigation 8.1, we're going to be answering a lot of questions, talking about the factors that determine the impact of storm surge, what coastal types are the most vulnerable, and we're going to be using different equipment to model the impact of storm surges. You're going to be, hopefully your teacher has this set up for you. You're going to be making drawings of the coast. You're going to look at the drawings of the coastal landforms in which your teacher displays, and your group are going to model both of these shorelines. You're going to all the materials should be already ready for you, but that's step 4. Excuse me. The two different landforms, we're looking at a steep cliffs and a landform with a gentle slope. We should already have this done for you, but there should be permanent markers on the skewer up to about 10 centimeters, looking at it's going to give you the height of the storm surges. And you'll be pouring water in your tray until it reaches about a half centimeter on your skewer. This depth represents the baseline ocean condition you model. You're going to be putting this in your student sheet. You will now model the change of water levels during a hurricane due to the changes of atmospheric pressure. Recall that low pressure is inside of a hurricane and draws the water upward. Imagine that your tray represents the ocean, and to model this, you're going to add water to make it to 1 centimeter deep. Your person is going to have a roll. One person needs to use the straw to blow gently across the water to create a wind. This wind maker should hold the straw at the longer end, just above the water. And the second member needs to observe what the water is doing at the end of the straw. You're going to do this 3 times, and the same person should be the straw person and the observer. You'll be discussing the results within your group and within the class, and then you will switch and do the sloping shoreline. Your shoreline needs to be reshaped, and you're going to be flattening it along the edges, and then you're going to repeat the same steps, only with the gentle slope. There are questions to answer on your student sheet, and then we'll be discussing those answers with the class. And here is an example of what your data may or may not look like, depending on how much, depending on who does the observing and the straw. So, Investigation 8.1, you have 17 steps to get through today. And when you get done, you can do Investigation 8.2 and finish that up. If you have any questions, please let your teacher know. Thank you, Cardinals.